Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Tesla Duda. Let's get right into it. This is 11.4.4, the latest version of FSD. I have a big problem here. See that car going out of the gate on the left there of the frame? The only reason that this is working is because I can follow him out. Had to give it a little bit of a press of the accelerator, but it did make it out this time, and that's good. So that's an improvement. But if the gate is closed, it still can't find its way out of the neighborhood. So now we're turning onto the parkway. We see an opportunity to go after this guy, and here we go. And we are choosing the correct lane, which is also very good. Everything's smooth, acceleration smooth, feeling really good so far. There's going to be a little hiccup coming up here, though, a little regression, which I'm a little disappointed in. I'm going to have to disengage, as you're going to see right about here, because it's wanting to veer into that left turn only lane when we really want to go straight. So I'm sending a report to the people who may or may not hear it, and I'm going to re-engage FSD now. Okay, we're merging onto the freeway without too much trouble. There's not much traffic, and, it's not an issue. In the last iteration, I had to disengage right around here because I was running out of this merge lane, and it seemed like it wanted to go around the right side of the pickup truck in front of me, and I was afraid of a road rage situation, so I canceled it out. So now we are merging over to the next lane. It's doing it by itself. And that's great because we want to get over to the left, but it has some problems asserting itself. Now, I do have it in assertive mode, just so you're aware, because I'm most interested in seeing what the car does when it drives assertively. I drive assertively myself, but safely and courteously. And driving courteously and assertively aren't mutually exclusive. You can do both. It can be done. Now, the big problem I've got coming up here is the way it's handling these turns. It wants to get in the left lane, and it could have, but it hesitated. And this is going to repeat 2 or 3 times, much to my chagrin. Makes it very frustrating. Here's another opening, but we're not taking it. And here's another attempt. And this time we are taking it. Thank you. May happen again in this left lane. Just keep an eye on the screen, because it's going to want to move over to the left lane to start going a little quicker. Here we go. Turn signal's on. I could have gone, but it didn't. And then this guy came up, and it was too late. And so it turned the signal off and continues straight along. And it's may do it one more time. Again, it was very awkward. Here we go again. Let's move over. Here comes another car. Oh, I'm going to start to go. Then nap. We're going to pull back into our lane. So assertive mode is really not as assertive as it should be. Here we go. Let's try it again. Oh, I'm going to give up already. Here we go. Let's try it again. Here comes the car up on the left. But this time we did get over, but only because I gave it a little gentle press of the accelerator to make sure that it got into the lane this time. So that's a bit of a problem for me. Again, I'm sure it'll improve with future iterations, but the rest of the drive, as you will see, was pretty uneventful and right on target. Took me to a location I've never been before, put me exactly where I needed to be, and I will speed up and show you that. We do have one unforced error on my part, a disengagement, coming up on this guy pretty quick in just a moment, and you will see that I'm going to hit the brake, and disengages the FSD naturally, and I decided to move over to the next lane and then re-engage FSD for the rest of the ride. Now, would it have slowed down and stopped in time? Absolutely, but old habits die hard, and I always err on the side of caution, and I just felt better hitting the brakes. Plus, I knew I wanted to move over to that other lane, which was moving at a better rate of speed at the time. So anyway, that was on me. And yeah, 11.4.4 is seemingly really good. I'm seeing fewer regressions with each iteration of FSD Beta. And that's nice. There are a couple of regressions here and there, but overall, the steering and the confidence level is pretty good. Like I said, it can still be improved with some of these lane changes on busy freeways. But aside from that, it's very confidence-inspiring, very comfortable, very smooth overall. And I think one of the biggest improvements that I'm seeing in these latest versions is in route planning. It seems to be getting into the correct lanes to make the right turns at the right time in anticipation of other upcoming turns. I know that's a mouthful, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Coming up on a yield situation here, so the car's going to slow down and take a good look, make sure we have a clear opening. But again, part of the route planning is getting into the correct lane as soon as you can and not waiting to the last moment. And as you can see, we're already moving over into the, not the center lane, but the second lane over from the right. And we have a left turn coming up, so we're confidently signaling that we are going to be making that turn. We're heading in the right direction and not really slowing down or taking too long between lane changes, which is a real welcome improvement. Anyway, I want to thank you once again for joining me. This is Tesla Duda, and it's a play on an old Italian term, testa duda. You could look that one up and see if the name fits. But anyway, if you've made it this far, I'd sure appreciate a like. Maybe more people will get to see it, and we will try out the next version of FSD Beta and put that through the ringer too. Although this really wasn't putting it through the ringer. It's doing a lot of great things now. It's much, like I said, more confidence-inspiring when it comes to acceleration and slowing down. There were times in previous versions where it seemed to take too long to slow down and then really hit the brakes, and I was always worried about getting rear-ended. But I don't have those concerns any longer with this version, and that's a good thing. So anyway, stay healthy. Thanks again, and oh yeah, Elon mode. Some hacker figured out a way to get rid of the steering wheel nag, which everyone else that is putting videos on YouTube is jealous about. And there is a Jedi mind trick if you want to make it look like you're not using your hands. You can just lift your left leg and let your upper thigh drag against the bottom of the steering wheel, and that provides just enough resistance so FSD thinks you're holding the wheel and it won't give you the blue screen of the nag. We're waiting for the pedestrian here, as you can see. FSD clearly sees him there, and now that he's on the sidewalk safely, we are at our destination, and this is the end of another FSD Beta video. All right. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.